Yeah, this is a message to women. Um, I'm not even gonna allow a reply to this because this is the truth, and um, a lot of women just don't refuse to be honest. You guys are just, a lot of you, not all, but the majority of you are just liars and love double standards and are huge hypocrites. So this is what it is. If you have a problem with a guy who's a player, a guy who is even honest about it, who says, you know, if you don't want to do anything, I'm gonna talk to girls, you know, I'm gonna ignore you, I'm not gonna waste my time talking to you, and I'm gonna go talk to another girl, like 2 minutes after I'm done talking to you, right? If a guy's hooking up with a lot of different girls, it's not necessarily his fault or because he's a man whore. The truth is, most of you chicks are whores, and it takes a lot of skill for a guy to either find a girl who's worth spending more time with, committing. I'm not talking about marriage or anything, but like having more of a long-term relationship, or just getting a girl who isn't a whore. Like, most of you girls just want to sleep around. Even the ones of you who want a guy to be stuck on you, you still want to sleep around. You want the guy to just want to talk to you, but you're still going to go sleep around with other guys. A lot of you girls are players yourselves now, but you don't want to admit it. I know a lot of girls in the town I live right now who play all types of games. They're completely slutty. They're completely dirty. I mean, they don't look like it, but you find out they're complete whores. But they want to pretend like they're like the nicest girl ever. And it's just not true. So, trying to shame a guy for having game, guys who can talk to a lot of girls and whatever, a lot of these guys who are efficient players would not be players if you women weren't so unreliable, so dishonest, and so slutty. They're just doing it because they have needs as men. We have needs for females. And if he can't find one that's worth putting his time into, or if he can't find one who's not a complete slut, then he's just gonna do what he does. Alright, so a lot of guys become players not because they're players, but really it's because you women are sluts and have bad personalities, are selfish, and let's be honest, you guys take responsibility for nothing. Somehow in this universe, everything's a man's fault. Like, it's really weird how even when we don't even do anything, it's still our fault. The truth is, the majority of problems in relationships, and this is my professional opinion, and it's a fact, it's not an opinion, the majority of problems are caused by women. They're caused by you, but you're never going to admit it, which makes men respect you less. Everything that you do, you can't force. Respect is earned, so you're not, like, no matter how much you shame and say men are this and men are that, the truth is, you guys are way more trifling than guys, and you don't take responsibility for your actions, which is a huge thing. So you don't take responsibility for your actions. You do sleep around. You think we don't know about your silly games. Just because a guy is still pursuing you doesn't even mean he respects you. Just because he tells you he does and says he likes women doesn't even mean that either. It just means that he knows how you think. He knows you take responsibility for nothing. He's going to say what you want to hear. But guys are aware of your trifling behavior. You women right now who are watching the video, we know what the fuck you actually do. Guys learn about women in their past as well. We're not stupid. Contrary to popular belief, men are not stupid. But men do have needs. And men can fuck women they completely hate, by the way. And it might actually be better sex. So the truth is, Men are more reacting to their environment. I think more men than you think would rather commit, but they're not going to, because one of the things too, I don't know if women are understanding this, is when men are seeing women, they're actually seeing danger. So they actually feel like, well, I gotta be careful, or I can't stay with her very long, but I don't know when I'll meet a girl this hot or this or that, and I want to at least have sex with her, spend a few weeks with her before she goes crazy. A lot of times with certain girls, there's a time limit before they're too nutty, right? So it's a lot of it has to do with your shortcomings as women. But the thing here is, men understand they have shortcomings. Men know this, so they work on their shortcomings. But a lot of you women think you're just God's gift to men. You don't take responsibility for anything. You don't think that anything's wrong with you. You think you can be 300 pounds and you think you're still sexy. Women say that all women are beautiful and all of this crap. Like, that's not true. Some women are ugly inside and out. Alright? Some women are serial killers. Like, it's not just one-sided. It's not just the guy's fault. Okay, we all know about men's faults. That's all society talks about. Men know their faults. They know that. They know this. But you women don't seem to understand and know yours. And it's like there's supposedly a big secret that you women aren't sluts. You are sluts. Like, the definition of the average Western woman at this point, you're sluts. And you talk about the guys you fuck now more openly. Actually, a lot of you do. Some, like I said, a lot of you still try to pretend like you are virgins or whatever, but a lot of you will talk about it, and it just makes you look gross, because it is a double standard. For women, for you as a woman, it's not an issue for you to get lots of sex. It has nothing to do with your character, how amazing you are. But for men, it does have to do with your character. It has to do with your skill. There is a certain level of skill for men to get sex regularly. It takes more. For you, all you need to do is just stand out in a public area and some guy will come and try to fuck you. So for you, it is a slutty thing. And I'm not going to get into the specifics of the differences in genders, but for you guys having a lot of sex with a lot of different guys, it spoils you. It makes you less attractive, and this is not going to change. Women who have had sex with a lot of dudes, there's sort of a slime factor. Just straight up, you're less valuable. And it's not about judging, it's just biology. You just seem gross. Now, I'm just telling you the brutal truth. Like, it's most guys, even if they fuck you, will not respect you. And should they really, if you are technically a slut? Guys who are players, it's different. Guys who have sex with a lot of different girls, there has to be something special about him. Alright? Some kind of skill he's got. Even if he doesn't have a job, he's got something psychologically going on where he can have sex with a lot of attractive women consecutively. It matters more. And also, men don't get spoiled in the same way that women do. Our bodies are made differently. Getting sex means different things for us. And if you look at men and how we produce sperm, we were made to have to do that, to impregnate a lot of people. But you women, you weren't supposed to do that. You're not supposed to be having sex with that many guys. And the average woman is having 20 partners or more before she's even 18. Like, women are fucking like crazy. And I'm not here to create a judgmental vibe, but I'm just telling you, out in the real world, dealing with real men, this is how you're being perceived. So, do men in general respect women? Not any man who knows a goddamn real thing about women. No, they don't. And you don't deserve respect. Your behavior is appalling. Not just your slutty behavior, but also your hypocritical behavior, trying to pretend like you're something you're not. You point out our flaws, Men aren't saying that we don't have flaws. We know we have flaws, but you guys are pretending like you don't have flaws, and you're ending up having more flaws than we do. You're blaming everything on men, and let's not forget your crazy behavior, your criminal behavior, all of this stuff that you think is being overlooked. It's not actually being overlooked. Society is the way that it is, but this stuff will count against you in the long run. And I think a lot of women are delusional in the fact that they don't understand there are consequences. I know women right now who will smile at me because for some reason they think some kind of game's going on, and maybe that they'll talk to me later. They don't know that I will never speak to them again because of their dishonest behavior. I meet women constantly, so I don't have to deal with any woman I don't want to deal with. If you check out this channel, I'm very good at what I do. But the whole point is that women are becoming so delusional. You guys are doing things and you're thinking that there's just no consequence. Men are keeping record of what you're doing. It's just that the way society is now, there's going to be a delay right before you see the consequences. But as you get older, you're going to start to understand. Guys are lying way more than they used to because they realize that most of you women are sluts. If you say the right thing, they'll be able to have sex with you, and then they get away, they leave, and they don't respect you. They know what you do, but there's no point in a guy calling you on your shit. There's no point in a guy telling you why he doesn't respect you or having an intelligent conversation with you. There's no point in a guy telling you about your behavior because you don't give a shit. You'll deny the behavior in the first place. You'll say, "Oh, he's judging." At some point, if men can do wrong, if there's certain things that we can do that make us attractive or less attractive, or make us seem a certain way, you've got to understand that the same rules apply to you. So this isn't a denial of men not being of not having mistakes. Men admit that. Society knows it. It's talked about all the time. But what is not talked about is the fact that you women are trifling and extremely unattractive in your behavior. But men are still going to have sex with you. We're still going to lie to you and pretend like we give a shit because we have biological needs and you're not able to tell the difference. When girls come up to me in the club and they're dancing around and shit like that, they don't even bother to see whether or not I want them to come up and talk to me. Okay, because I'm a very good dancer, so I'm always the most popular guy in the club I'm at because I'm that good of a dancer. People have told me I need to go, to New York and audition or whatever. Plus, if you know this channel, I'm very good with women. But women don't actually check to see whether I give a shit about them. Also, women will just say delusional shit. Like, I dismissed a girl one time. I told her, whatever, because I caught her in a lie, and I just told her, whatever, have a nice life. And she told me I was being mean and aggressive because I dismissed her. Really, I was attacking her ego. I wasn't attacking her, but to her, she felt like I was attacking her ego because I just, was like, have a good life. She was probably not used to a guy who can just leave a girl alone and just go get another one. So she delusionally tried to pretend like it was something else. I don't know who she was trying to fool. If she was trying to fool herself or me, trying to mindfuck me, but that makes no sense. My point here is that I feel like a lot of you girls are delusional. I think a lot of you don't take responsibility for your actions, and you're gonna wonder why certain things happen in the future. At this point, women are looked at least Western women are looked at as cheap cheeseburgers. Like, you don't matter, but we're not gonna tell you that because you don't believe that you suck. You think that you're sexy even if you're fat and ugly and have a bad personality. I noticed the hygiene has been going down with women, so you can get mad at this video, but I think it needs to be said. I think it needs to be put out in the air. This is Mr. Jones. Have a great and productive day. Bye.